Good morning, folks. Let's not forget, a few hours from now, asteroid 2012 DA14 will zip inside geosynchronous orbit and through the Van Allen belts. Northwest Russia has the best chance to see it. 6 months after the Antarctic set record high ice and Arctic record low, the Arctic has now set a record for best bounce back or fastest refreeze. Do not be mistaken, however, this is not record high ice in the Arctic. This is a strong comeback from a record low in Arctic ice set 6 months ago. While I consider this indicative of the climate changing on various extremes, not just warming, the long-term trends are to heat with lower Arctic ice levels over the long run as indicated by the latest cryosat data and the longer-term ice measurements. When you hear people saying, the Gulf Stream has stopped, it's not hard to wonder why nobody takes this community seriously. It has slowed considerably and the northern line seems to dance around it much more, but it has not stopped. Here's a good article showing why it doesn't have to become a problem. Gino, puffing his chest right now, but he's in a desert with no canteen. Metaphorically, of course. He'll be dead long before he catches his tail, now encroaching Perth in Western Australia. Low pressure still up north, still got thunderstorms likely. Southern hemisphere counterclockwise red high pressure taking air from the pressure convergence, dropping some light rain on West New Zealand. Europe, big low in the Mediterranean could bring lightning to Italy, Greece, and Turkey, while it warms up considerably from Ireland to Germany. Big low, about to be over the Great Lakes. The counterclockwise action is pronounced. Texas heat coming from Chicago to Columbus today, while a Canadian cool drops into the north-central states. Take note of the large Pacific lows and the tropical low line at the bottom. Alaska and Western Canada should check local forecasts for precipitation. Same goes for everyone. This large-scale recap is not a substitute for checking local forecasts. Mu1 network is back up. All looks well within safe limits. The blue you see here is the KP index, and let's jump to ACE for the story. A definite increase in the speed of the solar wind, in yellow, is matched by a sustained higher than average density from yesterday. Our magnetosphere is stumbling a bit, allowing plasma to penetrate at the red spikes indicating ionospheric absorption of that energy from space. The inductions are growing steadily stronger. KP index hit 4 last night, and these unsettled conditions and charged particle data indicate energetic flux. If you will remember yesterday, we showed the incoming coronal hole in 211 angstroms. We will have her umbral opening, pointing in Earth's direction today. And we'll look closer at that here as late January's disappearing field on the right is now swinging back in on the left. The field has spent 10 hours in a state of high change, and that red you see in the south is the coronal hole we showed a moment ago. We'll quickly look at the filaments of plasma because they seem to be destabilizing on the Earth-facing disk and are about to be joined by a beast on the eastern limb. The size filament could make a huge CME if it erupts. Folks, this is not a major watch, but with energetic flux, umbral change, unstable geomagnetic conditions, and the coronal hole position, let's call a minor quake watch for 48 hours, even without the planets lining up. We've had no big quakes since the major uptick during that last major watch. Minor chance to change that today. Eyes open. No fear, it's 6:35 a.m. Eastern Time, and that's the news. Be safe, everyone.